Yo. All right. Looks like we're good. Yo. Hey guys, I'm going to share this on Facebook. So give me a minute to put this together, put it on my timeline. Welcome everyone to a Sunday pop up, so to speak. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go. Let me get my YouTube back up. Move this over here. How's the lighting? Lighting's okay, I think so. Wait a few more minutes. Hello, 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 hello. Turn my phone off. Hang on. Thanks for the heads up. Ooh, ooh. How many we got? Hello, hello. 14. Give it a couple more minutes to see if anyone on Facebook sees it. And then we'll get going. Okay, I think we're good. Thanks all for joining in the reindeer games. Reindeer games. Here's Beta. Hi, baby. Hi, 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 hi. Hello. Boom, 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 boom. Thanks for the heads up. You're welcome. We good? We ready? Yeah, I think we're ready. Um, okay. So I titled this one Permanency. I don't even know if that's a real word or not, but that's what the channels that come through say, permanency. So, you guys can hear me okay? It seems like, yeah. So, permanency. I'm put my earring back in. Let's consider something. Let's consider something for a second. Let's take out the permanency of your memory and consider motion of life. Let's consider the movement of life in the now. Okay. So, permanency in and of itself is something that the human relies on, is my discovery, as something of a mannerism of identity, right? Hello, Uma. Um, an identity, something that you count on. Maybe it's a morning ritual, the coffee routine, or the way you go to work every day. It's something to count on, rely on to give you an idea of a sense of control, a sense of that thing that gives you stability, or you can be in control. And we all know that's a huge identity. When people start to work with me, the biggest thing they usually notice is they have to control everything. And the control part of that is an acquirement of an identity that's permanent. Even if they're the person that's not controlling, but that is being controlled, that's still a sense of permanency. So when you are looking at the motion of life, the motion of life is constant. So if your permanency is motion and the ego is motion, so consciousness is motion, it's constant movement, not defined motion, not actionable. I'm not talking about outcome and labeling and definition. I'm just talking about the movement of consciousness, knowing itself in the constant idea of change, right? So the only permanencies are the laws, right? Outside of that, everything is created. So it gave me a concept, and maybe this gives you an insight um, to yourself. Okay, we want to have an insight to ourselves because it's all about us. We're the only ones in our universe with our truth. Everything else is co-created. So maybe if you're looking at the human experience as consciousness in motion, and if you don't hold on to the permanencies about that where do permanencies come from? Where do they live? There's only one way to have something permanent. Only one fucking way. One. Memory. No memory. The now unknowable, constant now. Memory. That's how you gain your permanency. That's your identities. If you look at the human collective that you're holding on to as a permanency in the aspects what you consider the valuable identity to make your worthiness known to creation, whether it's being a troll on YouTube, whether it's being an asshole or a person that people can rely on, a good Samaritan, a protester for fucking animal rights, it doesn't fucking matter. No, nothing in consciousness, nothing in creation or consciousness ends. Nothing. Because it's all one and all of it. One goes, all goes. Same idea, same unit, same I am all that is, right? So all that's in constant motion. So what happens if you release the permanencies of creation? What happens when you stop relying on the attitude that you have? And the attitude might be a reactionary attitude. The attitude by anytime something comes up, you react in the same way. And you feel a permanency about that. Because that's taking the motion of life and putting it into a constant through perception. But that concept is going to be moved through the constant change. And you're going to have to continue to readjust with yourself, your alignment self, to maintain control of reality. And that might give you a sense of pride, a sense of accomplishment, a sense of an outcome, which is the human experience always navigating itself to some outcome of a better self. When you can't be better than all that is, Get your head out of your butt. Your existence has been fucking chosen. What else can be greater than you? Nothing. Because you are. There's no end to you. There's no end to any of this. There's only the motion of change. So if I'm here and I'm a perspective, my conscious creator self, right? And my perspective is this wonderful idea of movement. And here comes law of attraction, bringing in a motion, and my energy motions that. And in that motion, my focus, I see and experience the movement of my consciousness, my awareness of self, my evolution, my constant, I am becoming forever. And there's nothing to become impermanence, right? So if that is happening, and now with this awakening mind, this awakening journey that we're on together, we have a concept that the human experience is part of the motion. The ego is part of the motion. It's part of the movement. It's nothing to be abhorred, and it's nothing to be revered. It is priceless in and of itself. But what is the key? What do we have, guys? What the fuck do we have? What do we have? Choice. We have fucking choice. How do we have choice? Because we have time. Now. Future. Past. Now. We're in the now. Now. We have a concept of time. So we have a memory of a future. So we can choose. Now forget about the best case scenario and the humans out there, the fast asleeps, just going out there choosing whether it should be this, or should I supersize, or whatever the fuck they're coming up with. Some idea of remaining human is not my concern. I'm talking about you guys in the internal evolution of self, the discovery of the creator. The choice is perception. The choice is a validated self of permanency, a unknown self of motion. The change that you can allow and be aware of, be the recipient of, be the experiencer of, because you fucking chose not to permanent yourself in the motion of humanity. Humanity is just another fucking focus. We want to make it special because we're born less than, and all these great angelics and all these great Arcturians and Pleiadians down to save the human race. Oh, woe is me, because we're born of original sin. Do you hear me? Can I get an amen? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck are you selling me? You're selling me a fucking story of pain. I am fucking awesome. And you need to get on board with that. Go to the fucking mirror and look at yourself. Look at your consciousness. Dig deep into your eyes and look and realize your fucking awareness, your isness. That's permanent. That's law one. Nothing exists without the laws. The laws are creation in and of itself. It's not laws about creation. Law of karma, law of this, law of that. Might as well make a law how to take a dump. You know? Make a law on how you're supposed to think. That's the motion of creation. Look at it in and of itself. You have choice to relate to that idea. This concept, this attraction, this now that's in your life because you are interested in movement is offering a perspective because you're drawing in your awesomeness to see the evolution of self with choice, which we have time, we have that at our access. We have that. We're not like fish. Fish are now. They don't know if it's daylight or nighttime. They're now. Fish. Fish. That was fun. Hang on. What's that? Lucia? Perfect. Okay. So I'm this I'm this gestalt of isness. I'm not a permanency. I'm not one identity. I'm all identities. I'm not a singular all by myself. Without everything else, there's nothing. I can't see without you. I can't experience. Without you smashing into me every day with energy, I am no perception, nothing, zero. I can't see anything. So I have all that is to let me know me. Now, take that entire statement and put it subjectively to you. You're the same fucking thing. So these things are your consciousness. This is the motion of life. We are assigning it to the permanencies of emotion that we covet as believers of reality because we're empty. The motion of separation is to be separated. The ideology is not to know and then claim these truths for identity to experience your worth of emptiness through the idea of external validation. Every fucking day you're validating yourself in one way or the other. To be invalidated, to be never seeking reverence of your existence through an ideology of another, even your ego being the other. Your isness is enough. You'll know it. You'll understand all of this. You're not going to understand how to make anti-gravity devices. You're not going to do that. That's the intelligence of things. We're not here to save or do anything. We're here for me to know I'm a God without anything except my own isness, knowing that. There's no debate, and all humans know or debate. We have doubt. We have hope, which implies doubt. We have faith outside of another. We have to trust another in order to be ourselves. We're afraid to make choices because they might be a mistake because we have loss. All of that is an experience, emotion. Are you aware of it now? Can you see it? If you can, then what do you have? You have fucking choice. Choice not to energize. When you look at something, that's sowing it. If you have the posture or you're wrapped up in a fucking shit wrapper, a shitbird sandwich, and you're wrapped in that fucking sandwich, and you're looking at that thing with that attitude, what do you think you're going to get? Anyone think that positivity is what creation is by nature? Or is positivity a concept? And it only exists with the idea of negativity. Because positive and negative are conditions. Unconditional is the state of being. So you motioned yourself into a concept. That entire vortex, to use Abraham's ideas, is a choice now, isn't it? Because the vortex continues wherever you focus. Watch what happens when you don't do something for a permanency for a few days. Doesn't matter what it is. It's irrelevant what it is. Just to see what else is there. To see that you literally have choice and you can live without things. Right? And I'm not asking you to give up coffee or do things to make yourself better. Don't fucking do that. Don't posture it in the idea of a better outcome because that's expectation. That's trying to better yourself. You're fucking all that is. You are awesome. You can't be any better than you are. There's no possible way that you can be better than forever all that is. Right? Anyways. So I was thinking about that. I was thinking about the now, the future. I have choice about these. If I focus on permanency, and my permanency is in my memory, and this is what this says, and this says this, and this person is validating that to give me an idea of that's the way I should be because it's validated through that, and I have no worth because my worth is in motion with the idea of externalization, acceptance, then I don't have a choice but to believe that because I don't understand myself as choice, worthiness, acceptance. I'm not a piece of shit, born of original sin, to work my way back up into the greatness of God. I mean, how fucking boring is heaven? Have you read the story about heaven? It's so fucking boring. What the fuck is rest in peace? I don't want to rest because I'm not in peril. These are all concepts. That's what you need to look at. The permanencies that are added to your life. And can you change the relationship, changing the motion of your focus, changing your reality? And you're on the same planet with the same expression, but everything is different. Watch that magic. Find that magic. Because it's there. But the only thing you see is what you value. Till you start lifting away those ideas. Until you see you're holding on to a vortex and a constant tornado of isness running through you. All the consciousness flowing, reflecting, showing you what you are in the idea of concept, of perception, the existence of your vibrational truth, pumping out freaking energy, bringing it back to you, and you can change that. I'm not going to talk about the fucking work. I'm not going to talk about the emotion and the pain and the stuff that you go through. You got to do the work. I'm not going to help you through it. You know how to do it now. All of you know that you're worth the choice. Is it scary? Yes. Is it this? Yes. How many more times do we need to add that permanency? Let's not do that anymore. How about go find out what the fuck it is? Or if you don't and maintain your permanency, what's going to happen? The same thing. Make no mistake about it. Law of attraction never fails. Ever. You're just going to keep perceiving it the same way. You're welcome, Max. Right? If you concept yourself in permanency, why do you think your life's going to change? We have choice. I don't know anything outside the human experience. There's a discovery about that for me. That everything that's outside the human experience, I have no concept of. Because the only way I'm conceiving all of this is through a human experience. And this human experience started out as separate, not knowing any portions of me as an idea of my gestalt, my isness. So how do we know? How do we know what's next? Because someone said that? Isn't that experience and an idea of that? Does it have to happen in the future? Is there a future, or is there only a concept in the future? Do all the things that all these things say, are you making those reliable as a goal, as a movement? Or are you living in the now and letting your life unfold with your attention to your worthiness and choosing that awesomeness? It might be painful. It might be scary. La-di-da-di, everybody. Grow the fuck up and start finding your worth. And that will only bring a vibrational change. Maybe you don't trust that law of attraction works. All you got to do is look at your history. Why do these things keep happening to me? You keep cycling your lives because you're holding the staples in there. You need to look at the relationship to reality, not the details. The details are bullshit. That's just the fucking experience and the label so you can attract and hold on to that. But it's the relationship to reality. And if you are relying on an identity, a permanency, then you're going to understand yourself as that manifested reality and continuation as you journey through this space-time continuum called human, right? What's beyond human? I have no fucking idea. Do I need to know? No, because I'm invincible. I'm absolutely permanent. Only thing I'm going to do is perceive, experience forever. Look at the reality we've created. Look at it. We have bodies, we have sound, we have touch, we have smell, we have airplanes, we have land and water and sharks and whales, clouds and thunderstorms. All of this is a fucking holodeck, a goddamn thought process, creating space and time and heat, environment. We're fucking awesome creators. But the only thing we know is the human. And through those parameters becomes an experience that is so unique, it's incomparable to all reality because it's only in this human bubble, right? Right here. Here it is. There's human. There it is. There it is. It doesn't go beyond that because it can't. It can't. Because when you stop being the human perception, the human journey ends for you. How it continues, who knows? Everything we've known has come through a human. My channelings are still with me. I'm a human. Abraham, Bashar, Jay-Z Knight, what are they? Oh, they're fucking humans. So you got to stop looking at the permanencies of time and creation to move yourself into a new awareness, a new movement of motion to investigate the inner self. Read your fucking Seth, still through a human. It doesn't make it invalid. It makes it material motion for you to take in and start to look at and investigate with the reverence of discovery instead of, oh, I hope this is the answer and I hope this is this so I can have a stop with your emotions leading you, dictating your life, enslaving you to an outcome. Fuck that. Find the outcome by vibrating worth, and only you get worth way beyond your fucking expectations. Right? Hi. Hang on. I missed 15 minutes too. What the fuck, I'm late. I was just literally watching. Hi. Okay, good. Hi, Kathleen. I got this idea. It was a Seth idea. And I took that idea and I started playing with it. Don't be afraid of losing your identity because your awareness is permanent. And as you start to release your permanencies, it doesn't mean releasing your routines. You can still have a routine. A fish swims every fucking day. He's routinely swimming, right? But he doesn't relate to it as a permanency, as an identity. So you can have a coffee every fucking morning. You can order a Starbucks every day. But if it's a relationship of permanency, then there's no motion of movement. Something changes and you're like, I can't because this is who I am and I can't. If I do that, then I'll lose my identity. No, you won't. You're just evolving. That's all. Just evolve. Like here. There was a movement of concept for me the other day. And I was looking at YouTube. And I just wasn't feeling anything. Nothing. And I was wondering if there's like even to do YouTube stuff anymore. And I was like, I don't know. But I can't make a decision about it because I felt the movement, but I couldn't assign it. So my mind is conceiving, well, is it if you're just going to do once a month or just don't put anything else up there? And I was like, no, it didn't feel good. So I'm investigating the movement of self. And it was like, I really didn't feel the continuation of YouTube in the way that it's been. So it's evolving. Its motion is movement, but my mind wants to put it in what it means. Doesn't mean anything. Just know there's motion. Don't look for the answers, the outcome, the movement of self in a conceptual, what is this feeling? I don't understand this. I need to assign it because if I don't have it permanently assigned as an outcome or something I can have safety and security and trust in, then I'm in flux. And that's crazy because I don't have permanency. Watch what happens when you release all these algorithms. The only thing you're going to do is first off, people are going to go, you've changed. You're not this, you're not that. Then that's going to only reinforce how reliable you've been to those people. Those people are looking for you to be the same, to be dependable, so they can have an identity that keeps their fucking reality in check. All right, I'm in control. Woo, good. I got them there, and they're acting right, and they're acting right. My kids are acting out. That's wrong, kids. You're wrong. You have to be punished or whatever the fuck they do nowadays. Because that action doesn't fit your permanency, your expectation of behavior. You're the one that's enslaving you. Only you. So you do that kind of work. Set that whole concept of that, then just spawned it. Reading something spawned this entire idea because I'm very interested in understanding these things. And when you feel that internal movement, your mind wants to put it, wants to assign it to something. So I was like, I don't know, I really don't feel like talking about anything. I haven't put a video up in 2 weeks. Maybe that's what it is. No, and here I am talking, so that's not it. But it's not a waste of time to investigate because to your teachers out there, there's no fucking waste of time, you fucking cunts. Don't tell children that it's a waste of time if they discover. Look what you're doing. You're crushing a mind. You're crushing it because you're an authority. They don't know anything. Why don't you cultivate a person and encourage them to explore instead of making them think your way? Fucking Adolf? You want me to call you Hitler, Stalin, Lenin, Neapolitan? I was thinking of the fucking ice cream. We need teachers that are mature enough to allow a student to explore themselves. Not all teachers. I've seen teachers that are fucking awesome. But if you are looking at yourself in permanency and that student is doing it wrong and it's a waste of time because it's not leading to the expected outcome that you rely on in your fucking permanency to give you control of reality, you got to make that young fucking mind permanent so you can conquer. And say, I did that. Now you're fucking pride. And that goes for parents, too. Oh, it's a bitch. It's a fucking ride. Permanency is an absolute out-fucking-standing perception. Because it's going to lead. It's a universe. Everything is a universe to explore. There's no outcome to this. Everything that people say, and it doesn't fit with you, instantaneously, the stories they tell, don't choose them. Because if you're fearing the loss, then you know goddamn well. And that perception is giving you a reaction of perception called fear, so you can do the work on, wow, that might be true for them, but that's not true for me, and I don't have to fear that because I'm not here to do that. Selling you a story, right? Selling you a story on purpose and meaning and of this, and this is what this means. What happens when no one buys tickets to that show? They change your story, don't they? They start selling new pain, don't they? How many times has the religion said the end of the world? The world can't end. You know why? Because we're all fucking interested in it. There's no end because we're fucking looking at it, aren't we? And wherever we put our energy becomes creation, right? It does. I'm looking at my YouTube. Sorry, guys. I'm not really looking at it. You know what's funny about it's funny about I got this is my Apple. I got a mini. I use it less. It was a neat movement for me. The phone wasn't an addiction, but there was definitely habits there, And then when I got this phone, it's different than the Android, and I had to learn to navigate it. And then I just stopped. So that was cool because if I'm not looking at that, I'm looking at this. Not that this is better, not that that is better. This isn't a waste of time, and that's not a waste of time. None of it makes me better. Everything is always telling me about myself. and that offer change. That's permanency. That's good shit. You know? Love you too. Is this related to moving truth? Sure, Corey. You can have that. But there's only constant motion and everything is always true. So true moving. Yeah, you can put it that way. Absolutely. Yeah. And see, another thing that I was looking, let's look at the idea real quick. Let's look at the idea of, not real quick. Let's look at the idea of intention. Let's look at that for a minute, okay? So intention solicits a relationship immediately, okay? Someone says, what are you going to do today? And then there's an intention, a product of outcome already. So let's all just be little awesomes right now and say it's Sunday morning, 8 o'clock. Uh, for me, that's, I'm always up early. But so whatever time you wake up. So it's, and then a friend calls, what are you going to do today? So there's an intention of first off giving an answer. Maybe you feel obligated to give them an answer. I don't know, maybe this, maybe that. And so you're intending a future. That right there is not right or wrong, but that's a relationship of reactionary. So reaction might be permanent as well. Then let's look a little bit larger. How about intention in of itself on maybe I'm a little bit bored today. I'm not sure what to do today. So I want to intend to pass the time. Why do I need to pass time? If I'm now, I have no concept of time. When you start to be more now by the habits, right? Seeing the habits that hold you in time, changing those relationships, then now there's no intention because now's filled with what it is as it is. You're not looking for anything to come. You're not putting yourself to go anywhere and pass the time or have an outcome. That doesn't happen because when you're now, you're not intending to change yourself. Once you understand your enough as existence and the things around you are not boring or joyous or happy or exalting or suffering or emotional relationships of permanency, they become the motion of life, the movement of creation. Then you start to invalidate literally permanencies. And then the motion of life doesn't have intention, and then there's no tension. There's nothing to do because you're always doing. I was up at it's what 4:05 my time. I was up at 5:30 today, and here it is. And I can't tell you how many fucking awesome things I've done, but they're not awesome in definitions. They're the movement of me. That's it. And we start to look at the relationship of things that we always react with. The permanency of that gives us a focus of intention to do what? Why do I need to make my life better? Doesn't law of attraction take care of that? For me, it did. I'm not special. I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying you have a choice. Maybe one day you see something and it says, maybe I don't need to do this. But that's an intentional relationship. But what about this? Okay, so now let's get a little deeper here. Let's look at something else. Okay, using time, because we are in a space-time continuum. We have a planet Earth that's revolving around the sun that's going through space at 70,000 miles an hour, kilometers an hour, whatever the measurement is, right? So it's going through space, right? So we have days and nights and hots and colds and winters and seasons. We're part of time. So we have the concept of a memory. So therefore we can have a concept of a future, right? So we have time. We can relate to time. It's an ally. So in the aspect of relationship, not intending to do anything, but it hitting on us in the law of attraction to explore. like Max. Max is probably, you guys know Max. Um, he's in the chat now somewhere. Yay. Yeah. Made it. Yay. Is Massimiliano. And uh, he has a course that he's putting out. He put an entire course together on the things he's learned. Uh, Unworthiness, worth, abundance, um, these ideas, and he put a course together. But the relationship was different. It wasn't an intention to have an outcome. Law of attraction gave him a now movement of self. And as he journeyed, he discovered. And he put it down on paper and then offers it out there, but not as a product to become something out of that work, but an exploration to offer that. And the people that do it, then he creates as an idea of that experience, an unlabeled experience of passion. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that if you don't have attention, you sit like a bump in a log. Every day I practice my flute for 2 hours a fucking day. For what reason? Why am I doing this? Because I want to discover a relationship between me and the flute, right? It's so pretty, isn't it? So I get better because I'm in time, and humans use time as an evolutionary aspect. It's not wrong to do something for a future to get better at it, but what about the relationship to that? Are you posturing it in an idea of an outcome, which is an intentional permanency because you were taught to become something better than you are now? Don't ever look at yourself as not enough. You can. That's a fucking shitstorm. That's a shitstorm. To look at yourself as not enough. Get nasty with that. Who the fuck is your authority? An outside God that punishes for creating you? I call bullshit. A parent that you're so depending on because they've been telling you you're a piece of shit since you were born, that you are failing them, that you need to earn them? Fuck them. They're a vibrational concept. Blood is thicker than water. That's a fucking story. You have no concern about someone else criticizing you, but if it's your blood, because you have time investment, and that idea of relationship means something, means what? That you have to succumb to that idea and be less than, because that's what they consider you, so you have to take on that relationship and be that vibration? I call bullshit. Hang on. Amazon. My Amazon thing showed up. I want to get it inside. Anyways. You're enough. Concept of self-love. One more thing, and then we'll skip along Fandango, right? People want to know how you love yourself. You don't need to know how to do anything anymore. I promise you that. You're going to know in the moment, and you just take action. The only thing that keeps you in the idea of debate or hesitation, big ass, dirty ass diaper of hesitation, just full of shit, is your fear. The fear of loss, the fear of being wrong. Hey man, I fucking understand what it's being wrong, because I was told I was wrong a lot because I didn't like the ideas of being structured. I didn't. Fuck that. I don't like that. You know? You're not wrong. Don't be afraid to discover. Self-love is choosing the self in the now. It doesn't happen in the future. There's no process. It's right now, yes, right now, no. Yeah, this is my truth. This is my truth. No matter what concept and the value of that emotional fear that's so gripping that it makes you want to fucking puke. You're so afraid, but you choose it. That's falling in love with the awesome. That's falling in love with the unconditional you. Love one, this self, love all. Any sports fans out there? Right? I'm a big football fan. I love sports. Can't believe the Nets fucking lost. God damn it. Anyways, so Aaron Rodgers, for you guys out there, he's doing this thing. And everyone's trying to say, oh, he's selfish, he's this, he's that. All they're doing is labeling. You know what Aaron is? Aaron's fucking awesome. He loves himself so fucking much, he's not worth negotiating with his truth. So everyone that is seeing him as that awesome, and they have unworthiness within them because they can't perceive that awesome if it's got to fucking try to rack it. And people will do that to you. They will want to pull you down into their fucking mud. I don't care if they have the courage or not. You don't need to save them. Self-love is enlightenment, offering that beauty to another to take on their own worth and get to know themselves through choice. But if they don't like you and they want to sell you stories of pain, fuck them. You don't deserve to be that person anymore. Your existence shows you deserve choice. Right? Aaron's just awesome. He loves himself. People perceive him as selfish. People will perceive you as selfish. What are you doing? You're not at the expense of others. They're just depending on you, and all of a sudden you're failing. I counted on you to do that. Don't fucking count on me, bitch. Don't fucking took anything on me, and all of a sudden you think I'm going to feel bad because you expected? Well, that's your fucking experience. How's it feel? How's it feel to be lacked? Good. That's your choice. That's your permanency and your expectations. Do the fucking work. Know that. Self-love is discovery of your worthiness, of your self-evident everyday existence. There's never been, ever, any ounce of consciousness that you've ever experienced anywhere and all the now that you are not I am. Validating your permanency. Validate you're invincible. Validate you're eternal. Always. Now. Law. Here, now. Here, now. Here, now. Whoa. Here I am. Fuck, I'm now again. Those permanencies keep you in a posture. They're not wrong. They're a focus. Moving the motion and always attracting those ideas. So if you're seeing the concept over and over again as the same idea, and that reveres a validated self that gives a sense of worth in the external, because your posture is, I'm a hero, I'm accountable, I'm this, I'm that, I am all of these defined things by others, including my ego, then that's your permanency, that's your experience, that's your journey. But as soon as you're done with the human, it goes away. What's next? Nobody fucking knows. Because we're now. We're not there. Anyways, I think we're good. It's a new road. Booyah. I used to get mad at my school. It's getting better all the time. Yeah. I used to get mad. Yeah. That's funny. Anyways, so we have next Sunday is another roundtable, and it's on my channel this time. So next Sunday, 4 p.m. Central, I'll put up the post. And I don't know if I'm going to do the Sunday evening or not. I'll probably announce it during that. I'm not sure, or maybe do it before. But you'll see this one come up with like the roundtable upcoming. And then if I do the Sunday evening, we'll do that one as well. But I think that's it. So remember, Wednesday nights, Zoom, odysseyofascension.com. Click on the tab Masterclass. Gives the password, gives the Zoom link. Come and go as you please. That's always there for you guys to come play if you like. And that's it. I love you fuckers. You're awesome. Right? Go be awesome. Go discover you. Don't let anyone break your stride. Just keep going. Journey well, masters. Love to all.